Alright guys, looks like we're about ready to go. I did get the Twitch donation link directly linked to PayPal, so it should be good to go. I'm sorry I didn't get that earlier, that's my bad. I thought I did everything I needed to, but I didn't. Alright, looks like we're about ready to start. I gotta pick a different color for them. Alright. This is match 3 of quarterfinals, 3v3 Loyal Tournament. We've got AM, King of Osmane, and Scrubs versus Chosen, Mr. Flower Power, and Fair. It's basically a high with 2 lows versus a high with 1 low and then 1 medium. We'll see how it goes. We've got India, British, and Russians versus Germans, Dutch, and British. We've got, so it's likely to be probably Sepoy. Look at the massives. Likely to be Sepoy, Cav, and or either Gurkha, muskets, and Cav, or Sepoy, longbows, and Cav. We'll see. Team 2, Germany, Dutch, and British. It's probably going to be muskets, skirms, and Cav. We'll see how it goes though. For the map, we've got 2 mines in the back for each team, and two hunts basically. Yeah, the maps are pretty fair. Mines in the front. A little bit more mines on Team 1's side, but it's pretty close. By the time they get to those, it'd probably be game over. And we're about ready to go.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the subs, guys. Yeah. All right. We'll see how it goes. I'm sorry about the subs. I didn't have any other subs available. I'm not gonna harp on it too much, but I tried to make it as fair as I could with the players that I had available, and it's just unfortunate. In the future, I will not substitute people that are higher PR than the person they're replacing. Looks like we're finally going. Let's see how it goes. We got in the pocket, we have India, and then both flanks are Russians and British. For the other team, we have in the middle Dutch, and then both sides are Germans and Brits. Based on these civs, they're pretty equal in boom potential, but Team 1 has a lot harder rush available if they so choose. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shane. I feel bad about it, but it's what it is. If you I have an echo. Do I have an echo? I don't think I have an echo. Do you have 2 streams open maybe? No echo? Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to implement the rule, Tadstar, that there's not going to be more there's not going to be someone replacing a sub replacing someone that's higher PR. But first tournament, bound to be a couple hiccups. It's still some great matches that have been played, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so we have both Fair and King of Osmane going for a TP ASAP. India is going straight on food. He's probably going to build a TP, an Agra right ASAP. They might even 10-10. Russia, scrubs. No market or anything of the like. Germany, no market. And British, just one TC, one mainer to start with. Look at the treasures that were gathered. There's lots of coin treasures that have been gathered. The 40 XP for scrubs and a few food treasures. Fair just picked up a native warrior. We'll see where he goes with it. So Cherokee Rifleman. Having one early on can be really, really good. I think he's probably trying to look to see if there's an Agra and pick off a villager on it. He's just going forward. Maybe he saw the 135x. No, okay. Alright. It's a good placement for the Agra. If you place an Agra here, it's kind of hard to go from one side of the map to the other. You got to go all the way around. So if you're able to control the very middle here, you can you have the ability to outnumber enemies with your armies. It's hard to react if you're the other team. Got Fair British going full wood. We're going to go to shipments sent. Both British started with 3 vills. That's interesting. We have... Yeah, okay, so Scrub started with wood trickle. Looks like we got a little bit of fighting between Bear and Cherokee Rifleman here. What levels are these? Basically, we got two high players in the game, in Fair and Osmane. The PR that was given down was Fair was 32 and Osmane was 40. AM is PR 22 and Scrubs 20, along with Chosen being 20 and Mr. Flower Power 27. So that was the PR that was given to me in my forums. In the future, I will try to find a better foolproof way to make sure that those can't be fudged at all or anything. I was asking players to put down their max PR that they've ever been, though, to make sure that you couldn't join the tournament and just use a really low account or whatever. What is Russia doing? Russia is doing blockhouse. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, I just started aging. He has 20 out of 25 population, so 20 will age up. Let's look at Dex real quick. So he has double Cossacks. He has a blockhouse down. Crate shipments, no 600 wood. No 13 Strelets, of course. Doesn't have 2 cannons. He might be going for a Suvorov reforms somehow. We'll see. India, we've got some Shuri reforms isn't a common card in 3v3. Doesn't have a whole lot of H2 shipments either. Lots of eco cards. British, we have it's kind of standard, no military shipments though. And then Germany, lots of military shipments. Several different villager shipments too. Dutch has 700 coin and all the rest. Doesn't have 3 Hussar. British, yeah, he doesn't have 600 wood, and he doesn't have the cav upgrade. Otherwise, it's pretty similar to the other other British in Age 2. Now we're gonna look at the map. aged with 400 wood, so it's definitely a late age. We'll see if the enemy team can punish it or not. Doesn't look like they really are. The Sepoy are forward just harassing, doing a lot. Let's look at the units lost, see if they took any. Yeah, Scrubs lost one villager. Okay, to right here. Yeah, the Ulan raid's coming in. That was four villagers lost by Scrubs. That's rough. Kind of negates aging up with 20 vills, right? We're gonna go to shipment sent. He's got Cossack coming out. Let's see if this raid does any more damage. Killed an envoy. That's another villager down. We got Cav coming in though to try to defend it. "3v3 meta. 20 villagers is not meta. India 10-10 rush is, depending on PR, is somewhat meta. It's not super uncommon. It's something you have to look out for. It looks like both Brits are just booming away. We'll look at military units by them. Got 10 muskets for fair. Osmane has 10 cav out, so they're definitely getting some units out. Go back to shipments sent. Getting Sepoy coming in here. Ooh, this is a little bit of a trap here. Let's see how it works out. He's able to back out of there. Fair didn't cut him off. Looks like they're putting pressure on the right-hand side. See, yeah, that's what I was saying with the Agra in the middle. It's kind of hard to play on both sides if you're Team 2. So they're getting a little bit of a cleanup right here. See how that goes. Yeah, Purple lost his army. Just sitting there. 1v2. Got Flower Power and Fair on the left-hand side. See if they move over to the right. Looks like Scrubs and Osmane and AM are kind of pushing on the right here. Watch the fighting. Some Ulans going down in equal numbers. They're kind of trapped with this cliff here, so you got to be careful. Although if they did have bigger numbers, this would actually be a good move to come around and trap the military from Team 1. But I don't think they have the numbers to deal with this. Cav are getting a good raid here. And over here, muskets or Zapotec actually, are doing their job. Cossacks could kill more villagers here, possibly. Oh, the DOPS drop. That's amazing. Yeah. Got the fight going on here. It's pretty close. Team 2 does have defender's advantage. We do have some Cossacks coming in. Let's see who cleans this up. There's villagers going down. Team 1 does have the larger military at the moment, but it's a larger military population. It's how they use it, though. Russia kind of skews that a little bit. The Team Flails was sent. It's a very scrappy fight here. Recall Kikos? Yeah. Thank you for that. Teal is PR 22. I know him pretty well. It's fairly accurate PR. Looks like this will be cleaned up here. Yeah, defender's advantage is just, it does so much in a fight. You're able to produce units and get them to the fight a lot faster, which makes you have the numbers advantage. And then you also have defensive buildings shooting. Let's see what Team 1 does here now that they're a little bit on the back foot with losing the army. They have about the same military population on the field right now, but it's a question of holding it. Ooh, we got Fair coming in on the left. Looks like he's probably going to try to focus the outpost. See if that backfires though, if they're able to, the team 1 is able to come behind and trap him. He's backing up from that. Outpost is half down. AM and Scrubs are sitting back at their FB, trying to get some walls in. It's an interesting choice. I'm pretty sure Fair would beat them if he fought straight up fought, but he's got the skirms coming up. He doesn't know that AM and Scrubs aren't coming. Got a raid coming in on the right-hand side. Ulan's going to the Vills. Got at least one villager. Should go down. Maybe not. It might make a... They might all be safe. Oh no, got one. Looks like they're pushing on the left-hand side. Their army, AM and Scrubs are coming in to defend them. The walls are coming out. Got the goons for the British goons for the Ulans. Gonna get at least one more Vill here. Yeah. Caught a couple flails just sitting on the right hand side over here. Got a fight coming on. Muskets and skirms versus Strelets, Sepoy, and Gurkha. I would give Team 1 the advantage here in numbers and defender's advantage. So, let's see how it can work. It's a lot of skirms. Depends a little bit on micro. They definitely have more numbers though. They're backing up to see that. Yeah, King of Osman is H4. He hasn't built a whole lot of units, so he's trying to just boom away. Fair is going to H3 right now. Flower Power is already 3 and Scrubs is 3. Based on the economy, Scrubs actually has an extremely good eco. Let's see if he can transition it. He has better military population. Sorry, his economy is good, but definitely Brits are doing the best. This fight though, it's going to be pretty bad for Team 2. It looks like if the Strelets are sitting back. That's some lost Ulans. Yeah. Got some more raids coming in on the right hand side. The walls are almost complete. Be interesting. No more raids for them. Looks like Team 1's kind of wanting to make this a little bit more boomy, possibly. They don't have the economic advantage though for on the total team stats. There's the TP just sitting back here that they haven't taken out yet. Ulans go down to the goons. Didn't really achieve much. The one Ulan over there goes down. They don't have gates, so they aren't able to reinforce properly. We got a little raid here. See how fast it takes Chosen to respawn. Loses one settler wagon. Got a raid on the left hand side coming in, but it should be all walled there. Got the fight coming in on the middle here. Strelets versus Skirms, Gurkha Sepoy. Skirms versus Strelets and Gurkha and Sepoy. It's muskets. Strelets are interesting. They're very, very cheap. They don't have the best of stats, but because they're so cheap, they can be good. They cost 37 food and 10 wood. If you train them in a batch of 5, it's 37.5. Batch of 10, 37.5. You can get a lot of upgrades on them though, and they're half decent. That cheap of a unit though, you can get a lot of them out for really cheap. AM is almost hitting age 3. It's a lot of Reuter. If the Starlets can hold on here, then they'll be good. So yeah, the wall is completely finished, so no more raids should come in. Team 2 does not have any walls up, so they're either free to raid. Got skirms and longbow coming up. Got some Minutemen just sitting over here. Let's watch this. Kills the Explorer before the TC goes up. That's good. I'm been realizing in this tournament that double light infantry is really strong for 3v3. I've known it was before, but it seems like in this tournament, whoever has double light infantry seems to have the advantage. Obviously, cannons matter a lot too. So India just sent Team 5 Urimi. Let's see how that comes into play. Reset this. It's a lot of Strelets fighting. They're definitely outnumbered, but because Strelets are so cheap, it's probably even an advantageous fight for resource-wise. Got Ulan's coming in from the back. See if Green notices that. Okay, he does. Got the idle Starlet sitting over there. Looks like they got this cleaning up. It's a lot of skirms though. Got some more Gurkha coming in. They're pushing in. I'm not sure they have the advantage. Goons are really good. Their stats are strong, so they're pushing in. But if they get enough of, they have defender's advantage, so there's a good chance they'll clean them up here. I like that the goons are going against the skirms if you have to go against skirms or longbows, because got the Urimi coming in. That will clean it up. The skirms do relatively a lot less damage to goons than longbows. I've tested it out in a custom match, and you send 50 skirms versus 50 goons, and the goons are going to have 30 left at the end of it, fully upgraded French skirms. And if you send longbows versus them, there will only be 15 goons left, so they're actually very strong. Looks like we got a little bit of a push over here. It's just Minutemen. It's nothing. Osmane has all the TPs. It's pretty good. Russia is going H4. He'll be there in just a moment. Looks like they've let off the gas just a little bit. Remassing and aging up and whatnot, while Team 2 is forced to defend really hard. They still have the military population advantage for Team 1 though. They obviously have better map control, all the TPs walled up. It's looking pretty good for Team 1. We'll see what Team 2 does with this. The Mahoots are gonna wreck these skirms and longbows. Honestly, though, the Mahout fighting the Uhlans did not work out well. Could have taken out several more skirms if he had gone for the skirms. Got more Gark coming in. Let's look at units in queue, so we know what they're going. Looks like Gurkha. Yeah. Got the goons just running around wrecking havoc. Got a little force here. Looks like India is trying to get onto rice paddies and the like. They're pretty much out of hunts and mines, or hunts, safe ones at least. Got the fight going on. They're just trickling in troops at this point. It's kind of wasting them. In order for Team 2 to come back, I mean, based on the score, I'm not sure they will. I don't think they will. But, got to do something. Yeah, Operation X coming in. Factory. Yeah, it's pretty difficult for Team 2 to come back at this point. It'd be pretty impressive if they did. Goons doing good work. Looks like they're pushing out on the left-hand side. I guess they want to go for TC or something. They don't have any cav protection, though, and they don't have good siege units. Light infantry are not the best at sieging. Team 2 doesn't have very many safe. Thanks for the follow, Strayhound. You're great. I believe I have the donation button fixed too, if anyone wants to check that out. Yeah, Flower Power is doing well. His max PR he said was 27. There's the cav coming in though on double light infantry, no protection. Longbows go down. Go back to shipment sent. Osmane's just extremely strong at this point. They're pushing in here, and they could maybe push this army back, but on the left-hand side we have Scrubs and AM just pushing really hard into Chosen. Military unit population is pretty similar, so is the economic population total. This is actually a pretty good game. I think if the Ames team hadn't walled, then they would. It might have been closer because they would have had a chance to counterattack at points. We've got AM still age 3 and Chosen still age 3. Everyone else is age 4. Osmane's pushed back here. On the right-hand side, Chosen's still losing though. The Uhlans are doing some work, but there's just not enough of them. And if you don't have enough Uhlans, you just get wrecked. It's also age 3 versus age 4 Strelets. Villagers were able to escape. It's something. Oh, there's a lot more villagers in there. They're running though, they're not noticing. Okay. AM starts to notice. On the left-hand side, looks like a bunch of buildings were just deleted. Outposts, I see. It's kind of 1v2 over here and then 1v2 over here. On the left-hand side, the the Team 2 is able to make something happen, but on the right hand side, Team 1 is just wrecking. They have no answer to this. A little bit of lag. It's aggravating. Right? Minutemen popped, sitting in the back. The Cav went up against the Reuter and the Pikes, and the Goons went up against the Skirms. That's the opposite of what you want. More Pikes coming in from Fair. That's interesting. On the right hand side, they're just being pressured super hard though. Yeah, the locomotive's cool, huh? Osmain's definitely losing on the left-hand side, but they got walls. He's got a strong eco. There's a... Okay, yeah, lots of villagers going down. They might call it here, we'll see. Look at the total units, economic units. Chosen still has 10 settler wagons and 19 villagers. So, but Fair has full pop. So does King of Osmain. AM has close to full pop. Flower Power has 5 banks, 2 factories, 45 villagers. So it's not that far off. Go back to shipments sent. They're just pushing hard on the right hand side. Left hand side, Osmain's able to push back a little bit because the Reuters came back, I suppose. The more aggressive walls coming up by AM here. Cav versus Pikes. It's fun. Yeah, Pink is doing great. Pink's PR was 27 in the forum. They're still pushing hard on the right hand side. That's a lot of skirms. See what cards have been sent for them. They're at 198 HP and 27 attack. Definitely better than opponents. But the opponents have double light infantry. I think he'll beat them. Pink will beat this back. The left-hand side, Osmain's doing well, pushing out some. Versus double light infantry, you have to have double cav, or some cav, at least. Just having the Reuter go in there. If you're gonna have Reuter go against light infantry, they should be in melee. Looking on the left here, there's a lot of villagers going down by Fair. Let's look at the current villagers. Fair has 86, so he lost 10, maybe 11, 12. Back to shipment sent. This was pushed back by Pink on the left, on the right. But this might just be too rough. Osmain versus Fair. Let's see. You just pulled back here, putting some blockhouses down, sieging down houses, more map control. Okay, he's finally got some cav out. Britsgoons versus Britsgoons and Pikes. I'm not sure that I like the addition of Pikes. It's 40 food, 40 wood. It depends on how well it's microed versus, but if they just sit there, Pikes will definitely chew up goons at the same time. Got some goons coming here trying to stop the vills coming out, the stables coming up. Got the fight here. It's a bunch of strelets, skirms. They'll clean that up pretty easily. It's a lot of blockhouses though. Maybe a little bit of halves or something to clean up some of the cav would be good. Ham's sitting back here with his army. It's pretty even on the left here, but pink had to help purple a lot earlier. When it comes to score, Osmane's significantly ahead though. He's aging to 5 right now. It's a 30 strelet pop right there. It looks like Osmane has the advantage on the left-hand side. Yeah, they're calling it. It was a pretty good game. Walls make a difference. And there's some good raids going on early for Team 2. I guess we get to see some of the unique strats like like Resha going up with 20 vills. It's not very common for professional or hired play 3v3s. Alright, we'll look at some of the stats. Yeah, Osman killed a lot. Flower Power did really well though in units killed. We'll look at the combat XP. Flower Power and Fair did pretty amazing. Chosen was kind of low. And then Scrubs and AM did pretty decent too. Villager population. Scrubs was stuck at the lowest for a while. Osmane outboomed Fair a little bit early on. The resources gathered, Osmane, yeah, much higher. Guessing maybe he got market ups or something and Fair didn't. Look at the shipments. Where's the shipments? There we go, shipments total. So Osmane was able to keep pretty far ahead with all the TPs. He was at 17 when most other people were at 12 to 13. Fair had 14. Yeah, TPs do a lot. Yeah, good game, guys.